Hi, I'm Al Petteway, and I'm here at Dream Guitars to show you how I imitate a clawhammer banjo on an acoustic guitar. Now, I've gotten, over the last few years, I've gotten sort of a reputation for playing Appalachian tunes since I live in the mountains here in North Carolina, but playing them on guitar. And the way I do it isn't your typical clawhammer pattern like someone like Steve Baughman might do. It's a pattern that's almost a picking pattern that imitates the sound of the clawhammer, so it's a little different. So I'm going to take one of my tunes, it's called Craggy Pinnacle, and I'm going to play it for you on the banjo. I'm going to play the exact same thing on the guitar, and you'll hear that the notes all fall in the exact same sequence, which is what I'm going for, rather than the actual right-hand movement. On the banjo, you have what they call a bum ditty pattern, which you hit a note that would be a melody, maybe, and then you strum, and then you hit the high string, and that's called the bum ditty. And I use this mountain modal tuning that's G, D, G, C, D. And the only difference between that and standard banjo tuning is that on standard banjo tuning, the second string would be up to a B, so you'd have an open G chord. So this is, if you think about it, it's exactly the same intervals that you have in dadgad tuning, capoed on the 5th fret on guitar. And that's what I'm going to show you. And it's so much fun once you figure it out. If you can play it on the banjo, you can play it on the guitar. Here we go. This is called Craggy Pinnacle. And I'll just play, the main two sections. We'll just break it down to that. And it goes like this. My right hand is just going boom. And on the guitar, I've got it capoed on the 5th fret in dadgad. So here's our tuning. You hear it's exactly the same notes. On the banjo, it's the highest, physically highest note is this one, the 5th string. So it goes, that's the sound of the banjo. See, so they're exactly the same notes. So what I have to do on guitar is make it so that the melody comes out in the right place, and that high note that comes with the thumb in the banjo clawhammer comes in the right place in the timing, the 16th note timing. So for a bum ditty kind of thing that I was showing you, where I was doing the back of the nail, strum, and then thumb, on guitar it's going to be more like a Carter family strum. So it's going to be thumb, strum, and then coming up with one of your fingers plucking the high string. So your melody will be in the thumb now instead of the fingers, and the high note will be on the upstroke. So I'm doing thumb, strum, thumb. So really we got the same rhythm. On that tune, you can do it the same way I did there. You can just brush the strings, or since you're on guitar, you could pick those. And I tend to do it this way just because I like it, but I'll do it both ways. But let me play the same tune for you, and I'll break it down on guitar. You see, I'm playing only on 5 strings here, but on the guitar you've got an extra string. So what I do when I do a guitar like this on guitar, I realize, oh, well, I've got that low root down here. So I can go on that, for example, that last thing. I can hit the whole guitar and get this low note, and that's kind of fun too. If I were to play exactly with the banjo, we would sound like we were playing exactly the same notes in the same sequence, and we are. If you're a flat picker, this will be more familiar in a way, because really it's almost like kind of what you're used to. So I'm going to break it down real slow. Here's the, I'll do the B section because that'll show you the pattern a little better. And you can go like this, or on guitar you can pick it. And I like picking it on guitar sometimes just to make it clearer. So on picking it, I'm going thumb, first, second. If I strum it, it's thumb, strum, up, like that. And you can use this for, I mean, any number of traditional tunes. What's a good one? Or how about Polly? Or how about I mean, they all start coming to mind when you start doing this. Every mountain tune you can think of, and it's all right there. One finger on the second fret, third string. And you can see the left hand is real simple. It's just one finger at a time. So that's a good practice there. Thumb, strum, hammer, strum, thumb, hammer, thumb, hammer. So it's thumb, 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 thumb. And you can just play with that any way you like. And you're going to come out with the strum sounding more like a clawhammer banjo. If you pick it, it's going to sound more like a bluegrass banjo. So you see the sound is slightly different, and it would be the equivalent. Watch me screw this one up. It would be the equivalent of doing something like that on banjo. Instead of doing the strumming, you're going. So you're actually picking instead of strumming, but you're still trying to get that 16th note rhythm. And the biggest advantage to clawhammer is you get this boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, almost like a train feel, you know. And so that's what I love about that rhythm, and I've used it in a lot of my tunes, and I've used it in a lot of traditional tunes, and I think with a little practice, you could do it on the guitar and just listen carefully for that sound, that melody, strum, high note. And of course on guitar it's going to be melody, thumb, strum, back of the nails, and then pluck up on the open first string. And that gives you the sound of the banjo. Or thumb, first, second, that'll give you the sound of the banjo. So have fun with that, because that's, I mean, I've had since I've moved to North Carolina, it seems like all I want to do is play banjo. And so I decided, well, I play guitar better than that, so I'm going to learn how to do it on guitar, and that's what I've done. So thanks for looking at this, and maybe we can continue later down the road with some more Appalachian sounds. Bye-bye.